The American dream is dead and you killed it, to be honest. So I've been doing good actually. It's been a minute. Let's have an open heart conversation. Open heart. Let's have an open discussion. So I'm back in Canada, and that could bring a mixed reaction depending on how long you've been following the content. But basically, about 7 months ago, I packed up, got rid of a large percent of my belongings, and I went to Southeast Asia. So I went to Thailand, went to the Philippines, I went to Vietnam, and I went to Japan. And I spent the 7 months figuring out where I wanted to stay long term. And the reason why I left, and the reason why most people do what I did, is because my life was feeling stuck. I was doing the same thing over and over and over again, and there was no light at the end of the tunnel. And the biggest lesson that I took away from traveling is the grass may not always be greener on the other side, but it is greener where you water it. Will I say that the American lifestyle, the Canadian lifestyle, because I'm from Canada, the hustle culture or hustle lifestyle is the most exhilarating thing on earth? No. But if there's anything that I learned from traveling is that your problems also have a passport and they will follow you in the countries that you go to. One thing that really stuck out to me with traveling to a different country was, especially solo traveling, was this idea that freedom. I was looking for freedom, right? I was tired of feeling stuck, and that's what most people want, right? That's what life feels good. Life feels best when you have the ability to choose. And when you're in a foreign country by yourself, your conversion of the currency that you have is a lot stronger, so you can get things for much less. All of your vices, all of your shortcomings, all of your bad habits, they become exponentially worse. And one thing that really, really stuck with me was the idea that basically what I'm trying to say, bro, solo travel will expose you. And this move, that relocation shift, is a real test of character. And I can only speak from my experience. I spent the majority of my life in one country, in one place, in my comfort zone. So I was never really exposed to real life, you know what I'm saying? And there's something about that trip that really just opened my eyes to the fact that it can get really, really grimy out here, bro. And I even wrote a book about it. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Buy my book if you want to. I'm probably gonna write another one, but it shows you a different side of reality. A side of reality that if you've never been or you've never experienced, you won't really know, right? And I'm not saying that I've lived it the same way, because even when I was traveling in comfort, right? I was able to get hotels. I was able to stay in places that were clean and that didn't have any issues with theft or violence or whatever. And an interesting thing about that too is when you're in these environments, right? Especially the nicer environments, it's surrounded by poverty. It's in pockets. So I'm not saying every country I went to was poor. Certain ones were, other ones were not. But one thing that they all had in common was that everyone's trying to make it. Everyone's trying to make it. And if there's anything I can really just take away from it, it's just, if you haven't traveled, do it. But realize that travel doesn't make your life better. It changes your perspective. And if you have a perspective right now that is limiting you, then you're the one that's responsible to change it. The idea of freedom, right? Freedom. That's what I was obsessed with. And it came back to the reality that the world that we live in, we're placed on this earth. No one really knows why we're here. You don't get a guideline or a blueprint for what you're supposed to do. So you can just figure it out. And one thing that I learned was that no one knows, right? And it doesn't really matter. Everything is in your hands, right? So if you decide not to pursue something that's important to you, or you're in a certain position in your life, you have to realize that, one, it gives you control, because if no one cares and no one's watching you, then you can keep trying. And two, it puts the responsibility in your hands because you can always make a change. The harsh reality is that I started to get this idea, this philosophy of absurdism, right? Oh, I want to know. I want to know what to do. I want to have a sense of control over my situation. I want to know what I'm doing here, right? And that answer will never come. That answer will never come. There'll never be a perfect opportunity. There'll never be a right time. There'll never be perfect circumstances. If you have something you want to do, you should do it as early as you can. And the biggest reason I say that is because you never know what tomorrow looks like. The world is a big place and things shift very quickly. And as the world evolves, these same opportunities that were in the past are starting to disappear. For example, I remember the housing market in 2019, maybe 2017, was a lot more manageable and a lot more realistic than it is now. Even the cost of living, the food, everything. And that was a big reason why I left, because I was like, oh man, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it. And it's funny too, I did some groceries today, bro. I went to the Metro. The Metro cost me almost $100 worth of groceries. And I was, bro, if I had $100 in Vietnam or Thailand for groceries, I'm eating for the month. Why is it that the world is so imbalanced? But it does, I don't know, it's just one of those things where you see a different perspective. A lot of it is a psyop. Don't fall for the stuff you see online, and don't let social media fool you into thinking that you have it worse than anyone else. A lot of people that I know were telling me they're living the nomad life, you're living the dream, you're doing what I wish I could do, living through you. You think that because you're not doing it. You're not doing it. The way I was doing it, yeah, don't get me wrong, it was fun, it was cool. I go to this country, I can go here when I want to, I can go here when I want to. But the amount of logistics and just, I don't know, sometimes it feels a bit aimless. It's not gonna last, your relationships aren't gonna last. You'll meet cool people that will disappear in a couple days, maybe a week, maybe the same day. It's just so transient. And I don't have a particular issue with it, but it does make you just think, is this what it just is about? Just nothing is permanent, nothing lasts forever. If you're someone who's looking to travel and you're looking to experience, not even that, if you're someone who wants to escape the rat race, escape the 9 to 5, escape the matrix, escape, going to a different country will put you in a different matrix. It'll put you in a different rat race. It'll put you in a different cage. You know what I'm saying? It's not as sexy as you think. Obviously, if you're making a lot of money and you're traveling and you're doing what you want, it's fun, but it doesn't last forever. I'm telling you. Bro, I was in the penthouses. I'm saying I had the 2-story loft in the city. It's all a vanity metric. Honestly, when I was in Japan, Japan was awesome. I had my little 13 square meter apartment. You get up out of the bed. The computer's right there, you got the TV. TV has anime preloaded into it. You know what I'm saying? You go out, get some ramen, go to Shinjuku, miss the last train, you get an internet cafe, sit in this 10 by 10 gooner cave. It's fun, it's simple. Simplicity is what matters, bro. You gotta do what you enjoy. But I will say, if it's something that you wanna do and you want to make that move, do it early. Do it early and do it to the fullest. Because the present moment will not last forever, bro, I'm telling you. So experience it, but stay realistic, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows. And I'll tell you right now, when it comes to traveling or even relocating, because I had an apartment too. It's not like I was just like a vagabond the whole time, right? So there's different ways to do it, but pick somewhere that suits, pick somewhere that you can integrate into, right? A lot of countries don't let you work there unless you have a visa or sponsorship. So if you're not working, make sure that you have some form of income, or that you have a good amount saved, nest egg, because you're gonna have to have days where you're just gonna fall back into your routine. That's another thing too. People think it's not a vacation. Relocating is not a vacation. It's life, you know what I'm saying? So it's life, but now all the distractions that you could ever avoid back home are in your face. Especially Thailand. If you go somewhere like Thailand, I'm telling you right now, bro, If you go to Thailand, you will have distractions. You'll have distractions, your dollar's gonna be stronger, and there's so much accessibility. I'm just trying to say, bro, make the most of the time that you have on this earth, but be realistic with what you want to do and what you do with your time. Because the freedom that's so touted after really comes down to your freedom of choice. Being able to even make a decision that where you do something that you want to with no one stopping you is true freedom. It's not having luxury. It's not keeping up with the Joneses. It's really not. Because the Joneses don't even care. That's the funny thing too. This idea that, oh, if I have this, I'll be X. If I have X, I'll have Y. If I have Y, I'll be happy. If I have Z, I'll be happy. You're always gonna chase something next. You're always gonna chase the next thing. Learn to be content is what I'm trying to say. Learn to be content and, I don't know, pick a path that suits you. Pick a path that you can actually see yourself sticking with, because it's invaluable. Finding something that really suits you and being the kind of person that can do the things you want to do is very, very invaluable. But that comes down to your risk tolerance and your ability to take action. So, but anyways, I'm back in Canada. The goal right now, get back into the groove, get consistent again. I've been super on and off with this channel, but I'm not gonna make a new one. This will be like a journal of my escapades and the lessons that hopefully someone can resonate with on the other side of this screen. My big thing is start, take the leap. If there's something you wanna do, it's in your hands. You just have to be willing to put in the time, be patient, and realize that it's up to you. No one is watching you. Just do what you want, but be mindful that there are consequences to certain actions. Aside from that, download the book. It's on Amazon. Link in the description and on the channel. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.